Hi there, I'm TJ Kallen with Kallen's Crafting Studio and welcome to my channel. Just thought I'd mention that Kallen is my last name. Some people think it's my first name, but it's not. It's my last name, so just throwing that out there. I get emails sometimes, Dear Kallen, and I'm thinking, I know I say my name in my videos, but anyway, so just call me TJ. And in today's video, I'm going to do a tutorial or a demonstration on how to apply iron-on material to canvas. This was a specific request video that somebody asked me for. Crystal, hi! And she wanted me to do it with the EasyPress. And I don't have a video on my channel yet featuring the EasyPress. I have it, but most of the time I do use my full-size heat press. But for smaller things, I do use the EasyPress. So I have the original one, but it'll work just fine for the purposes of this demonstration. And that's what we're going to do today. So I will cut it out on my maker, and then I'll show you guys, well, I'll show you how to apply it on the mat in case you're new and haven't done it before. Because iron-on, you do want to make sure you put face down and mirror your image, which is very important. You don't want to forget to do that. And we'll go through all that in just a second. So hopefully this video won't be too long. I think Jagger's in the background over here. He's going to hang out with us. Hope nobody minds. He's known to jump up in the middle of the videos, and I usually try to re-edit them, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to swish them out of the way. So anyway, I think I'm ready to go. So let's get started. Okay, so I have my EasyPress out. It's preheating right now up to 270 degrees, which is what you would want to use for cotton canvas and glitter. I'm going to use some red glitter. I have this old bag here. It's like a little knapsack kind of backpack thing. This was part of my beeping telling me it's ready. Part of my Bon Jovi days. This tour was from the Have a Nice Day tour, and it's an old backpack I found. So I'm just going to put my name up here in red glitter. It's just this cute little canvas bag that's like a backpack sort of thing, and I actually forgot I had it, and we'll use it. So I love this little smirk face. This was from like 2006. I went to 13 shows that same tour. It was awesome. But anyway, so what I'm going to use for this, in addition to the Cricut vinyl, or excuse me, the iron-on, I'm going to use my strong grip mat. I'm also going to use one of these Teflon sheets, which is what I prefer to use. I have a weeding tool out, and in a second when I'm done cutting, I'm going to bring my light board over and I'm going to weed it, and then I'm going to show you how to iron it on using the EasyPress. Okay, so for the first thing we want to do is we're going to cut a piece of glitter. The piece I'm using now, I did measure, and I'm only, I think about 8 inches is probably a nice size, a name going across there. So that's on my screen. I have it fixed to 8 inches. So I'm going to peel off my cover, and actually some smaller pieces fell down here. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Let me see. I might be able to use some scraps here. See if I have a piece that's 8 inches long. You always want to save your scraps because you never know when you can use them. I think I do. I think I'm good. So I'm just going to clip off some of this excess here using my scissors. Okay, and I probably don't need this little piece here either. So we'll see what we got. Now, one thing you need to make sure you always remember with iron-on is that iron-on, you want what they refer to as shiny side down, because there's a piece of clear transfer tape, I guess, if you will, on the front of it. So once you cut it, you're going to weed out your negative space, and when you flip it over, it's going to read properly, because this is how you're going to put it down on the material that you're ironing onto. So big difference between iron-on and vinyl. Iron-on, you always put the shiny side down, and you're going to cut on the back of it. And you need to make sure you mirror your material. You want to click the mirror button when you're sending it to your mat and make sure that you mirror it. And it will remind you but you just have to make sure you read your screen, because it will tell you to make sure that your material is mirrored, and that's very important. And I have wasted material many times because I just simply forget to do it. So I like to use the strong grip mats for this because it gets kind of curled up. So I'm just going to place it down on the top corner of my mat like so. Try to get it lined up as much as possible. And the strong grip mats really hold this down pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to my mat, and I'll be right back in a second when it's cut. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and trim down this piece a little further because I still have some on there that I could use for something else. You never know how big or small you might need. And so I just pulled out my light board so you can kind of see how these really help. Again, this is not a Cricut light board. I've said that in many of my other videos. This one's about $25 on Amazon, and from what I understand, some people are starting to use, I guess there's an app that you can get for your iPad, but you have to be careful it doesn't scratch the surface, so that's an option too, or you could certainly get the one that Cricut puts out. So I'm just going to use my weeding tool and weed this quickly, gently pulling up from the corner to get it started. The glitter iron-on weeds very easy. I find it to weed very easy. It pulls up beautifully, and I've had some really intricate designs especially for concert t-shirts, and I rarely have an issue with it. So I do love I like working with the glitter out of all the iron-ons. The foil's okay. You just have to be a little more careful with that one, I find. So, all right, there's that. And I just want to get out my little A's and O's. Sometimes it is hard to see, and the light board isn't necessarily helping me too much with this color. The lighter colors it really helps with. White, you can see everything beautifully. You can see all your cut marks. You can put some chalk on the back if you want to kind of help, but generally I can kind of see if I put the light next to it in the right direction. I can kind of see where those cut marks are. So figured my name was easy and quick. Not too bad. There we go. And now you see when I flip it over, it's got the protective piece on the top that is actually going to, we're going to lay that on the canvas and iron it down. So now we're done with this. I'm going to put that aside, and we're ready to do this. I'm going to use one of the Cricut ironing pads, and this is obviously the original EasyPress, and which I like better anyway because my craft room is teal, so this matches. The red ones would not have matched. I don't really have a reason to get the really large one. The little small one might be nice for like hats and stuff, and I may look into that one down the road, but for now this one does me just fine. So let me grab my canvas again. And I really like to use these Teflon protectors. I don't know that you have to. I choose to, just because I don't want to burn the material that I'm working on. So I'm just going to stand up here. I'm an eyeballer. I don't really measure too much. So you're just going to put that down. Going to lay it down where the placement is you think you want it. Just trying to get it as straight as I possibly can. Again, this thing was up in my attic and I rarely use it. So then I'm going to place my Teflon piece over top of it. This is a big piece. You don't have to use a piece this big. Actually, I'm probably just going to put it up this way and just use the edge of it there so it covers. So there we go. So now, 30 seconds. I'm gonna actually you know what I wanted to show you guys too? I'm gonna pull this off my wall here. There's a great little chart that is on Cricut's website that you can just search and find on there. And this is a chart here that it's EasyPress matte settings. So it gives you all of the matte settings. And I keep this really handy because of course I don't remember and I don't want to read the instructions every time, especially if I threw them away. So cotton canvas, and then I go over to glitter, tells me 270 degrees. There's a 5-second preheat at 30 seconds, and then they want me to flip it over with the liner on the back and do a 15-second. And this is a warm peel. So actually, I am going to do the preheat now. See, that helps that I read that. I'm going to do the 5-second preheat. I'm still going to, I don't know if this will melt because I don't know what kind of canvas it is, but I don't really know if it's cotton canvas, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I'm going to hit the green button to start and just count down the 5 seconds to get the 5-second preheat. There we go. So I'm going to put that back. I think it said 5 seconds, right? Did I say that right? Glitter, yep, preheat 5 seconds and then apply for 30 seconds. Okay, so, oh yeah, it's nice and warm. It's nice and warm. And I know that these pads are great because they reflect the heat up. So here we go. Let's do this again. And eyeball this right here. See if that's where I like it. I think I like it. I think I like it. All right, and now we're gonna do the 30 seconds. So we're gonna take this off, put it on, apply gentle pressure. You don't have to push too hard. And we're gonna hit the button and we're gonna let that count down for 30 seconds. If you need to change your timer time, you use the timer button here, but mine's already preset to 30 seconds, so this seems to work pretty well. Shall I sing while we're counting back? No, you guys probably don't want to hear that. It's pretty dreadful. All right, almost done. Okay, there we go. So now it wants me, before I take it off, even though it's a warm peel, it wants me to flip it over and do a 15-second on the back. Now, this isn't really on the back because it's a knapsack, but it should be fine. We're just going to put it on there, hit it again. Oops, hit it again for 15 seconds. So really ironing on, at first it can be very intimidating, but it's really not hard. It's easy, super easy. I can't tell you how many shirts I make. I make shirts for some local bands here with their merchandise, and I'll sit here watching TV and I bang them out pretty quickly. Once you kind of get the hang of what you're doing and layering different vinyls, and it's awesome. You can do some really beautiful, beautiful designs. So, all right, let's see what we got. We're gonna flip it back over. And we're gonna, ooh, yep, that's good and hot. So don't burn yourself. Let it cool for a second and start to peel. Fabulous. Look at that, popped right off. Excellent. I love it. I personalized my little bag. So it's as simple as that. Crystal, I hope this is what you were looking for, and yeah, that's it. Sorry, guys. Everybody have a great day, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.